So I am here in Denver for the weekend. I came for a barbershop retreat with a bunch of my friends from Sweet Adelines, and we flew out on Friday and we'll be flying back today. Right before my flight, I got this book. So I read it on the plane. I'm gonna read it now a little bit before we leave. And I just find that it's so awesome. So thank you to Alyssa for writing this book. I was thinking on the plane here how once upon a time, probably right before and after my mission, I felt like anytime I traveled anywhere, it was my job to be a missionary. And like sitting next to someone in the plane, I had to talk to them about the church because that was my job. And if I wasn't doing that, I was failing. I was very insecure and very quiet and had a ton of anxiety. And every time I went on a plane or train or whatever and I felt like I had to talk to these people about the church and to be a member missionary at all times and in all things and in all places, right? Because if I didn't, then God would be so disappointed in me and he would punish me for not being the kind of missionary that he wanted me to be. In Alyssa's book, she talks about when she was going through her faith crisis, she could stop wearing her garments, but losing a relationship with God was unfathomable for her. And I'm sure that's the case for a lot of people, but for me, it was very, very different. When I realized that the church wasn't true, I was relieved to know that Mormon God was not the God I needed to worship anymore because he was so judgmental in my mind. He was always in my head. He was always there to judge every thought I ever had. He wasn't very loving God. He was a very condemning kind of God. When I left the church, I realized, oh, I don't have to believe in Mormon God anymore. And it came as such a relief. I'm going to be a different kind of missionary, I guess, on my flight home today. I will be holding this book with me, and I will not hide it. If anybody wants to ask me about it, I will be happy to share my experience. But I don't feel like it's my job to convert anyone to any one way of believing.